What's going on YouTube? This is Eric Hutz for the win, and I wanted to talk about my biggest surprise of this year, and that is Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor. But first, let's take a look back at what I had previously thought about this game. It's just too much combat. Don't get me wrong, I want to fight. I want to build armies and stuff, but it seems like it's too focused on having an army and then you're just taking down orcs and bringing them into your army. It seems like that's really the only point of this game. I've seen nothing else besides that. I've seen no story, I've seen no Smeagol, I've seen no exploration. I would love to treat this game like a Skyrim. I would love to explore, I would love to go into caves and maybe come across characters that I know from the movies. I just didn't see any of that. So yes, that did happen, but I'm happy to report that I was wrong. I was completely wrong about this game. I think what had happened was, originally I was excited for this game. I was talking about this game when not a lot of people were. I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan, so I was excited. But then the more I checked out the gameplay, the more I looked into the game, I started becoming skeptical. I started thinking that it was just about combat and only building an army to go against the main boss at the end. I didn't think of the exploration. I didn't see any of it, honestly. When IGN streamed this game, they just focused on the combat. So I was left thinking, where's the story? Where's the rest of it? You know, I didn't really see more to it. And I just thought of it as repetitive and it had a lack of story. But oh wait, that's Destiny. That's what I should have been thinking about Destiny. I had it all turned around. You guys know I was on that Destiny hype train and I fell off. I'm way off that train. I'm running now because you guys, whether you know or don't know, I traded that game in. I don't even have it anymore. So times have changed. And also, I'm the type of gamer that when I focus on one game and I'm set to be playing that game for a while, I kind of neglect all the other games. So I did that with Destiny. I really thought Destiny was going to be that game to kind of carry me out for the rest of the year, and it just didn't turn out that way. So it came to this point, I was like, I need a new game. I don't have Destiny anymore. I traded that sucker in. I need a game. And after all the great reviews and the great word of mouth about Shadow of Mordor, I thought, screw it, let's get this game. I originally wanted it, come on Erica, get with the program, let's go. So I went and bought this game and I am so happy I did. Let's talk about the combat and the gameplay real quick. The combat, I underestimated so much. I really thought it was just going to be tedious and just hack and slash and it would get boring. Heck no, it's awesome. It's actually what keeps me wanting to play. I love hitting combos. I love getting those executions. And speaking of the executions, they are brutal in this game. They are so brutal, but they are so beautiful at the same time. I don't mean to sound bloodthirsty, but taking off one of the orcs' heads and just slicing it off, it just feels so good. It looks awesome, and it's always in slow motion, and it makes me pumped up, like I want to keep playing and keep fighting, and it's so cool. And the gameplay itself, you know, as far as jumping up walls and running across ledges and running across rooftops and stuff, it's very Assassin's Creed-ish, yes, but I think this game kind of makes it its own. I know a lot of people are kind of knocking on this game, saying it's too much like Batman, it's too much like, the Arkham series is what I mean, and too much like Assassin's Creed, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Like I said, this game makes it its own, and I think when you actually play it versus watching it, when you actually have your hands on it, it feels like its own game, and you kind of have to experience it yourself to understand. Because I was like you, or if you happen to feel that way, when I was looking at this game, I thought, man, that's a lot like Assassin's Creed, like what the heck. But when you play it, you don't even think about it. It just feels good. So the gameplay is solid. I think that's what is the number one thing about this game. A lot of reviewers actually said that this gameplay is phenomenal, but the story lacked. And so let's talk about the story. I don't think it's bad. I think it's actually pretty good. The story, I think, is what set me up to feel so vengeful. It's because of what happened to the main character, Talion. I think I'm saying that right. He had some unfortunate events happen to him. I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but that made me feel like I want to help him. I want to have him seek his revenge and help him get his redemption. So the story was awesome in that way because it kind of made me feel like I want to get these orcs back. And then the nemesis system is so cool and works so great because as I'm leveling up, so are the orcs. If they happen to kill me and they're a captain or they're already of some kind of ranking, they kill me, they level up. If they are just in the vicinity of where I was killed, they will level up because they survived. And it's kind of in a way like a humiliation, like I want to get them back because they will taunt me, they will call me out, they will remember me, which is really cool. They'll say, oh, you know, you're back for more, and they will just talk smack. So it makes me want to get them back. It makes me feel like I want that revenge, not just for the character, but just for me, myself. And then it's pretty cool because you could do vendettas as well, which is when you can avenge someone on your friends list. For example, my fiance played this game and he died against one of the captains. I don't remember which one. And when I started playing, a vendetta popped up and it said, avenge Kenbo. Go out there and go kill this captain. So I did it. I got some experience for it. It was cool, you know, and I got to tell my fiance, hey, I avenged you, you know, and it was just fun. There's a lot to do in this game besides just fighting orcs. I mean, you can look for artifacts, you can collect things, you can discover new areas, and you can also control these beasts and ride around with your, you know, the power that you have. You take the minds of these orcs. You can find out intel from certain ones. It'll show you on the map that this specific orc has information. Go get him, and you can go get him and collect that information. You can learn more about the captains and the what are they called? The top guys. Oh my gosh, I can't think. The war chiefs, that's what I was trying to say. The war chiefs, they're the big boys. They're the ones at the top. I think there's 5 of them. One of them, we kind of schemed to get up there. That's part of the story, and that's pretty cool. It's pretty interesting. But the other ones, I've taken out, I think, 3 out of 4 so far. There's one more. I'm not ready for him, though. He's strong. He's been taking me out. He went to, I think he's like level 15 at least, at the very minimum. I'm not ready for him because he has a huge army around him, and they just attack. All of them just freaking rush me. So I have to plan that out a little bit more and maybe level up a little bit more. But that's the cool thing about it, is that there's these, you know, war chiefs that I'm not ready for. And it's like I have to work towards it. It gives me something to anticipate. It just makes me want to keep playing. It's so much fun. It's very in-depth too when you get this intel about them, because it will tell you their weaknesses, it will tell you their strengths, and you could kind of scheme and kind of figure out, okay, how am I going to take this guy down? So it's just really cool. I love this game. I've been playing it like crazy. And I've been playing it just to play it. Now that I really think about it, this is the first I've recorded of it that you're watching right now. I have not live streamed it. I've just been enjoying this game one-on-one. Just me, myself, and the game. Sexy alone time, you know, and it feels good. It's been a while, because recently all the games I've been playing, I've either live streamed or, you know, I've talked about for videos, I've used them for videos, I've focused on recording them. I haven't really had that one-on-one alone time with a game in a while, and so it feels really good to have that with Shadow of Mordor and to kind of get back to my roots a little bit and just enjoy a game for what it is. So yeah, if you were the least bit skeptical like I was, and you kind of had the same concerns I did, trust me, I am put to shame. Those are so wrong, and I'm glad that I gave this game a chance, and you should too. If you can rent it or buy it, check it out. Well worth the money. And yeah, thanks for watching this video, you guys. I will talk to y'all later. Peace.